Hey, what's up guys? Calum or Calum's Fish Tanks, and in today's video, I'm bringing you guys an update on the 7.5 gallon tank behind me. I'm super excited because a lot has changed, so make sure you stick around for the video. So unfortunately, to start off, we did have some losses in this tank since the last video I posted on it. Unfortunately, the chili raspberries I did add to this tank did not make it. I have a video up in this corner if you want to see it, but the chili raspberries, I don't think they were strong enough swimmers for this tank. I think I had too much flow. And when I did introduce my Eheim skim, which I should be doing a review on soon, the last couple of them got sucked into there and unfortunately died. Those are my last three. I think I added 6 and another 3 I think just jumped out of the tank or passed away somehow and were eaten, so I did not find any remains. But unfortunately, my chili raspberries all did pass away. But I do have some new fish that I'm excited to show you guys today. So the new fish we have added are ember tetras. Now I did initially add 12, but in the first couple of days during acclimation, I did lose 5. So I'm down to 7. I knew that was too much to add in the first place, but this tank I've kind of been unlucky with fish, so I decided to go for a larger amount, because there is discounts at my local fish store when you buy larger amounts. So I went with 12 initially, but now I'm down to 7, but they seem super happy in here. Now I got these guys the same time I uploaded my update on my 40 breeder, which will be in the top corner if you haven't seen it already. But I got them at the same time, and since then they've been super happy, they've been eating well, and they've been schooling really great in my tank. They aren't showing great color yet, but that should come with time. There is one that is a super pretty orange. I am feeding them fluval bug bites, which is a super good food, which I really recommend. So hopefully that'll help them brighten up in the near future. But that is my little school of ember tetras. So guys, I found this next thing very interesting. When I planted the tank, I planted this half of the carpet with Monte Carlo, and the other half with this little culture. Now I'm going to show you guys the difference in growth, and I found it really cool how differently the tissue culture compares to this little culture I made on my own. So now that we're up close, this is the side that I used the tissue culture on, and as you can see, I'm already getting some pretty dense growth on this side of the tank. And then I continued using it until I got till around here. And then this is where I started using that other culture I showed you. I did place a couple back, where is it? Right over here. I placed a couple of tissue cultures. But you can see over here how it's a lot more sparse than where I planted the tissue cultures. And I found this really interesting, how when I used a tissue culture, I did get a lot better growth out of my carpet. You can see this side is a lot more dense than this one. So I found this super interesting and thought I would show you guys. So next up, let's talk a little bit about my crystal shrimp. Now these guys, I'm absolutely in love with. I'm so happy I got these guys. As you can see, I've got a lot of them in this tank. But this looks like a big female, and recently I have noticed a couple females carrying eggs, which I'm super excited about, but I'm getting a little bit worried that my tank water is getting a bit too hot. So those who have experience keeping crystal red shrimp, what do you guys do to keep your water cooler so these guys will breed? Leave it down below in the comments. Anything will help a lot. So as you can see here, the moss in this tank is doing great, as well as I do have crystal black shrimp in this tank, but all the moss is growing like crazy. Now I do have a video all about how to grow moss, and I'll put a link to that in the top corner. But you can see this stuff I just recently trimmed, so it's not as nice, but this stuff back here is going crazy. And also my Ricardia camdrifolia has also started to grow out quite a bit. But it is getting a bit of blackbeard algae, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but in the background we've added some new stem plants. Right in the center of your screen you can see Ludwigia palustris, or Ludwigia super red it's commonly referred to. But as you can see, it is super red and I'm super excited about that. And beside it is Rotala species green, which is a plant I've been looking for a while, and I think it gives the background a really good look. I just need to wait for these two plants to grow out and then get a really Nice bushy background because it is pretty open right now. All the crypts are doing great. One of the goals of this tank was to experiment with different kinds of crypts. And in the back here, I have Heuteroi, Wendetti Tropica, and in the front up here, this green one is Crypt Corn species Novella. I don't know what this green one is back here. Any of you crypt experts, if you could leave it down in the comments below, I would really find that helpful. But yeah, I love crypts, guys. If you haven't seen my recent list on my top 10 favorite beginner plants, I'd recommend going and checking that out. Crypts is definitely up there. We have also added my Eheim 250 to this tank, and I think this is a perfect filter for this tank. I have so much flow. I have it turned down quite a bit right now, but I'll turn it up just a bit for you guys. But you can see how much surface agitation we're getting in this tank. And as you guys know, if you do follow my channel, you know how important I think flow is for a planted aquarium. It's such an important aspect that I find a lot of people overlook, and I overlooked it for a long time, and it caused me a lot of problems with algae, but I find it so beneficial for a planted tank. Anyways, guys, that's about it for the update on my 7.5 gallon cube. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video and will be joining me back on Thursday for another episode. And make sure to subscribe if you want more planted tank content. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. This is Kellen's Fish Tanks. Peace.